What up? It's Jimmy from odds.com. This is a clip from our Midwest region breakdown. March Madness, baby. I love the games in this region. To check out the entire show, hit the link at the bottom of the screen. It's available exclusively on odds.com. We roll on to a 9:20 p.m. Eastern start Friday night. I know where I'm going to be. Number 10 seed Rutgers Scarlet Knights, 15-11 versus number 7 Clemson Tigers, 16-7. We're at Bankers Life Fieldhouse in Indianapolis, Indiana. Let's see what we're dealing with here. Rutgers opening up as 1-point favorites. That's moved to 1.5. This total's dropped from 128 down to 126.5. Although there are 125.5 and 126s, the indicator books are 126.5. After a disappointing 21-point loss at Nebraska on March 1st, Rutgers was able to gather some momentum with the regular season closing 77-70 overtime victory at Minnesota. They carried that over to a second-round victory over Indiana 61-50 before losing badly to eventual champion Illinois 90-68. Led in scoring by Ron Harper Jr., averages 15.4 points, 5.9 boards. Jacob Young averages 14.4 points, 3.5 boards. Geo Baker, 10.1 points. Rutgers scores 70 points per game. They hit 45.1% from the field, 31.1% from three. They struggle from the perimeter and hit just 63.2% from the foul line. Ugly foul line shooting. Clemson had won 6 of 7 games heading into the ACC tournament when they were upset by Miami 67-64 as 8-point favorites. They were led by their defense all year, 12th in Division I, allowing 62 points per game. On offense, they have just one player averaging double digits, and 6'8", 245-pound senior Amir Sims, who averages 13.3 points, 6.2 boards. They score 65.3 points per game, hit 42.8 from the field, 34.6 from 3, and 76.5 from the line. Here we go. Rutgers, Clemson, Max, take it away.
Jim, obviously with Rutgers, the first thing that you have to look at and you have to weigh against is, can this team hide that blemish, that scar that they have of missing all those free throws? It's a dangerous proposition. I'm actually starting to sweat. I can feel it dripping down my side. But I'll tell you this, Jim. Rutgers can win this game, I think that Rutgers is getting a really good matchup in Clemson. It's really more about Rutgers being able to clean up their side of the table. They need better shot selection. Miles Johnson needs to learn how to play in his position, because every time that he has an opportunity to take the ball and a scoring opportunity, he's nowhere to be found. I think that with Geo Baker, moving him on the ball definitely is going to have some more fruitful contributions. I think that while he definitely is doing a good job of getting the ball to guys in positions to score, he's the kind of guy that with that Kobe shot that he loves to take, he could freaking score in every possession if he wanted. I think that with Rutgers, they got to protect the rim. They got to defend the pick and roll against Clemson, and that's going to be the roller is going to be Amir Sims. And Amir Sims is definitely a guy that needs a big game. He needs to score on the interior. He needs to draw those double teams, pass out of them, and get his guys nice, effective, and hopefully uncontested three-point looks. I think that with Rutgers, trying to get some low post scoring is definitely something that I think that Steve Pikiell should be embracing a ton more. Bring Cliff Amore off the bench if you have to. With his wingspan and his length, that dude's going to freaking score if you give him the freaking ball. With Geo Baker, he's got to run the offense. He's got to come up with those key steals. He's got to be able to hit those free throws and be the one that's at the line in the second half. And just hope for good shooting from him early. He's got to get into rhythm early. Otherwise, it's danger zone. I think about Clemson, though, I got to be looking over there, I think that even though Rutgers has definitely been challenged with a tougher conference schedule, a tougher conference, both these teams are bad on the road. Both these teams definitely need to change that on a neutral court environment. And with Clemson, they're the more efficient offense. They have less prolonged possessions, which is something that Rutgers definitely has a lot of, and they defend ball screens better. They extend pressure at times, and they can trap you effectively. So I think that with Clemson, it really comes down to a simple way. Can they win this game? Yes. How? Win the game at the free throw line. if Rutgers is going to put up guys that are going to waste those opportunities, you have to capitalize. You cannot let Alamir Dawes and Nick Honor get outsized and get outplayed. This game has to be a rock fight type style and tempo, because that's the best way for Clemson to be able to use their three-point shooting while still being able to limit the possessions that go on between these two opponents. The first half is going to be key for Clemson, where they have about a +7 advantage, and they're only allowing around 27 points per half. So the second half is just going to be about maintaining, in my opinion. They need the threes, like I said. They're 10 for 24 on average last couple games versus Rutgers' three-point defense, which is, I believe, under 30%. So keep Rutgers under 60, and you're going to live to fight another day. Have some good interior defense, win on the offensive glass, which is Rutgers' main weakness, and move that ball around and get the best shot that you can. I think that with Jonathan Behair, the 6'10" center, he's going to have to give you some good rim protection, a couple freaking scoring buckets to open up the perimeter for some of the shooters. And with his size down low and his passing ability, he's got to freaking make that happen. The guy who needs to be a difference maker on the outside, there's definitely a multitude of different candidates. I would actually say that Hunter Tyson has the most potential matchup disadvantage that he can give to Rutgers. At 6'8", he's a mismatch for a multitude of different players on this Rutgers roster. And with his ability to hit the three and be able to score at all three levels, listen, this is a guy that is going to take care of the ball, knows the system, knows that tourney style and the tournament pressures, and I think that he's going to be able to make a difference. I look at Clemson to win this game, and there's a part of me that wants to take the first half under, but any kind of scoring outburst that's more than 3 points a minute would torpedo that. So to preserve my record, I'm only going to take Clemson full game, but I do lean to that first half under, and to Clemson first half Sorry.
All right, and do we want Clemson on the money line, or do you want that point?
What's the money line, my friend?
I'm going to get them all up for you here and give you options. Plus 105, plus 105 of these two, plus 105 of these three. And then, I'm still in the halves here. Okay, sorry, moving as quick as possible. Here we go. Clemson full game here at Bet 365 is they're plus 105 across the board.
Plus 105 it is.
All right, let's just quickly see if it's possible Foxbet could come through for us. Give us slightly better. Can we get a little better here? Can we get a bit better here? No, plus 100. Okay. Plus 105 on Clemson for Max. Another plus line for Max today. Plus 105. That's available at FanDuel. Max moving with the Tigers at 9:20 p.m. Eastern on Friday evening.